speak on jealousy today. A couple of things I'm going to speak on, right? Many things, but we'll start off with this topic because most of what I'm going to speak on today comes back to this. And if you're on this video, it's probably likely, well, not everybody, but a lot of you, you struggle with jealousy. And I can say this for a fact. I can say this through life experience, my own experiences in relationship, successful, unsuccessful, observing other people, coaching hundreds of people. If you've got chronic jealousy problems and envy of other people, you're never going to ever have healthy relationships, and you're not going to like yourself. I mean, when I say that out loud, for me it just sounds obvious, but a lot of people actually don't know this and not aware of it. Like at some level they know that being jealous it's not a great thing. It doesn't, and it makes you feel terrible, and that's become apparent today. I'm not the only one who's spoken about this. I think we're living in the hater generation today. There's always been hate throughout humanity, but since the online world has come about, it's given a platform to all these cowards, all these cowardly people that are so hateful. They hate everybody because they hate themselves. Anytime anybody, any good human being that does any good deed or goes out and makes a success of their life and impacts other people, they hate that person without even knowing them, without even spending time. They just see the person on YouTube, or they see them on a podcast show, or they hear about their business brand, and straight away that hatred is triggered, and that jealousy. And the reason why they feel like that is because that person makes them feel like they're a piece of shit, like they're worthless, like they're not good enough. And it reminds them of how bad their life is and how bad they feel about it. And it also reminds them of what they're not doing in their life, but what they potentially could do and it's a big question mark, if they had the bottle and the courage and the heart and the determination to go out, take action, face their fears, and go and make something great of their life, but they haven't. And that's where this all falls into the coward. This is a self-diagnosis. These envious cowards that are, they are bullies, but bullies that are weak, who hide behind keyboards. And obviously, I'm going to also talk about in person, because this is something that I've gone through a lot. All of you are going to go through it if you become successful, and I hope all of you do, especially if you're good people. There's nothing that makes me happy than seeing good-hearted, good, decent people, good values, genuine, kind people going out and being successful. Someone's a horrible person, horrible and nasty to other people. Personally, I'm going to be honest, I'm just trying to be it's hard for me to want that person to do well, but I'll leave that to God. I'd rather, obviously God's way more powerful than I am, but of course I would pray that person can change their ways and see that being like that to other people, it's just not nice. Because again, this is something people don't realise. It doesn't cost £1 to be kind to other people, but yet people today can't do it. Now the funny thing is like, I didn't have to go to school to learn this stuff. I didn't have to sit with a spiritual guru to teach me the value of being kind. I was born like that. Obviously these are things that I learned from parents and things like that. But I was always in my heart. Like I just couldn't go out of my way for no reason. Like, okay, if you've got a reason, we'll get to that in a second. But just for no reason to be nasty to other people, just to hate them because you hate yourself, because you're so angry and upset that you just want to take it out on everybody else. I never could understand that as a kid, and I can't understand it as an adult, and I couldn't be like that, right? And none of us are perfect, we're not, and it's a cliche, we always say this and I say it, but some of us are a lot kinder than others, and that's what makes me laugh. I think some people, in their mind, when they're in such a bad place, they think like, well, what's the point of being kind because I haven't got any money? What's the point of being kind because, no, I'm not famous? What's the point of being kind because I've not achieved success? Society hasn't validated me. Nobody wants me. Everybody's rejected me. So why should I be kind? Well, in actual fact, even more reason to be kind, Because if you was kind, then someone would appreciate it. I certainly would, and I know my friends would. I know there's millions of you out there that thinking the same thing that I'm saying. Probably you're too scared to do a YouTube video and speak publicly about it, and that's fine, I'll do it for you. You know, if you were kind, people would respect you more. Personally, for me, we've got all these generalizations in society. I'd rather spend time with someone who cleaned the streets, who was a bin man, and I've got respect for anybody done that. I'd rather spend time with that person if they were kind than spend time with someone who was a billionaire and a YouTuber if there was a complete arsehole. I wouldn't be around. I don't give a shit what you got. I couldn't give a fuck. I don't care how much money you got, how many followers. If you're a horrible person and you're dark and you're just horrible and fake and unkind, I would not be around you for more than a second. Good luck with what you're doing. So for me personally, it doesn't come down to whether someone's got loads of money or whether they're famous or whether they're talented. That's irrelevant in regards to what I'm talking about today. It just annoys me, and people can be this way with a lot of money or with no money. It's something in the character. And maybe some people, we can make all the excuses, say, well, it was the environment or the person, it was what happened to them, but horrible things happened to me. I didn't turn out being a cunt. I didn't be so horrible to other people. Obviously, of course, we've all been unkind at some points, but not consistently nasty. Like all I've been through my whole life since a young boy to a man, for the majority part, and I can say this without no fear of contradiction, is kind, is kind, sensitive, is caring, loving towards other people. But everybody's not like that. I really realised that even more and more today with the generation, just the times that we're living in. So many people, right? Let me just point out, we've all been through COVID. COVID-19 has affected all of us, every culture, our families, our businesses, our mental health. It's affected me, all of us. But two types of people I've noticed and I've interacted with since COVID. Nasty, horrible people, passively aggressive, bitter, miserable, unkind, and really lovely, kind people. So why is it two people can go through the same things, but one group of people is still kind, is still a nice person, and the other person is vulgar? So it can't keep blaming, it's because of that. It's because it's because what's in their heart. So that's why I don't make excuses and allowances. Oh, that person's kind because they got millions of pounds, or that person's not kind because they work in a coffee shop and they don't like their job. No, it doesn't go like that. Because again, I've got into coffee shops, lovely, kind person. Like, I've got all the time in the world for them. Going to another coffee shop for no reason, nasty, hateful, resentful, horrible eye contact, make you feel like shit, make you feel horrible. Not like make you feel like shit in terms of like take away your self-esteem and your value in this world, but not make you feel good in that moment. So much of this today, I've got to speak about it. And I think we're living in a time now where these people almost like they've got a platform and they feel that they can just treat people like whatever they want and get away with it. And there's a lot of people that have had enough, myself included, that are not going to have it anymore. We're going to start standing up and speaking out with people that behave like this. And they can't make that excuse and say, well, you don't know what I've been through, because we can all say that. I can say, you don't know what I've been through. We've all been through pain. We've all been treated bad at some point. But some of us are intelligent to know that doesn't make it right to treat others like that. And these were the values that I was brought up with, because the way I could have gone about my life, if I used the narrative of the hater and people that are like this online and offline, people from all walks of life, and we're not generalising here, comes in both male and female form. If I use that analogy, I say, you know what? I went to school, I was innocent, I was a nice kid, I didn't do nothing wrong to other people, and people treated me like trash. I got bullied, I got punched, I got spat on, I got knives put to me, I got called names, I got traumatised. So therefore, I'm going to go out, I'm going to treat every person the way I'm going to bully everybody. I'm going to be mean, I'm going to be horrible, nasty. I didn't do that. I physically couldn't, because I knew that's going to put me in the ground, that's going to destroy people's lives. And I wouldn't be able to live with myself like that for no amount of money. I just know morally I can't do that. But of course, at the same time, it's not the way I'm built. I'm not going to be bullied by anyone. That's why I make these videos, stand up to it, because I'm not the only one. A lot of people are going through this lately. It's affecting a lot of people. And, you know, it's like these people that are nasty and unkind, they know it deep down as well. They know it. They want an excuse to go out and continue being like that to people. So it's like, oh, COVID-19, you know, all this stuff. It's like, yeah, but you were like that before COVID-19. You know, some people are just not happy. Even if you gave them 50 grand in their account, a million, a day later they'd be being nasty again. They'll probably attack you. They wouldn't be happy. So something intrinsically is broken. And that's why I don't have all the answers in how they can fix it. But they've got to take some responsibility, because like I said, you can't keep treating people like... And it's funny, because just a few names, it's like, just popped into my head. Floyd Mayweather, Grant Cardone. And I've seen some of Grant Cardone's videos, and I really like him. He's really helped me for his videos, because he's honest about many things that really personally helped me. First of all, he's honest about his social anxiety, what he had, his fears, his insecurities, all the fears I had, financial fears, responsibility, commitment, all the issues. And obviously, he went for a stage of being addicted to drugs. The man turned his life around. The man went and got help, quit drugs, went out, faced his fears, faced his social anxiety, built a business. But all these little spiteful people want to hate him. They want to hate the man but like he said, when he was down and on drugs, everyone would be like, oh, it's so sad that you're on drugs. Oh, you know, we wish you were happy. This is what fake people do, these people. All we want is you to be happy. But you don't. No, you don't. You want him to be happy to a certain level that accommodates where you're at, where your self-esteem is at. But then when he makes millions of pounds and he's doing public talks and he's changing millions of people's lives around the world, you want to hate him because he makes you feel like you're not worth one penny. But he's not saying that. He's not doing that for that reason. He's living his dreams, he's helping people, but because you don't face your fears, because you don't take responsibility, because you can't stop being jealous of other people. If you hate people and you're jealous of them, you're never going to succeed in your life. Don't you realize that? Like, to be like this permanently every day is stupidity. It's not intelligent. Hateful, jealous people at some level think that they're right. That's what makes them idiots. They think they're intelligent. They think doing that they think they've got a justification, like they're winning. You're not winning, you're losing. You're losing. You can't win in life if you're full of hate and you're jealous of any person that does well in their life. Like if you cannot be happy for another person, then you're fucked, basically. Sorry my language, you are. You're totally fucked. You can't enjoy life. And you won't, I don't know. So it's just something, I just don't understand it. For me personally, right, that's why I know I've got good character, and this is why I know I'm a good person. When I was on top of the world and successful, in every different way, as an entrepreneur, and then when I lost everything and I had a mental breakdown and I was in a mental hospital and I had nothing, I had no money in my account, I lost everything, and that wasn't my fault. I was still kind. I still was nice to people. But most people today are not like that. They're nasty. So good character, it's irrespective of what you've got. And that's, for me, that's what qualifies as a good person, because I know good people. They were good people when they didn't have any money. And when they became successful and made money and got results, they're still good people. So I don't buy into that crap. People try and put things together, go, oh, that person's good because they're famous. Oh, that person's... It's not really about that. It's really about the person. Yeah, and people say, oh, well, money can change people. And that's true, but I honestly think in a certain way, if the person was going to be arrogant, they were going to be arrogant with or without money or whatever. But this whole hating generation, this whole, it's just a losing battle. And what can I say? See, there's a lot of people out there as well that are aware of this, and they won't go out and be successful because they're scared of the hate. They're scared of people reacting like that. And what I've learned is I'm still learning. I don't have all the answers because it happens. I've been dealing with it all my life. Now, funny enough, listen to this. right? This is how you know real friends from fake. Years ago, when I was struggling and I wasn't successful, I didn't have a girlfriend, I never done business, never coached anyone, didn't have a YouTube channel, didn't have none of that. Didn't go to university, at certain points wasn't employed, was in and out of jobs. Friends around me, oh yeah, we just want the best for you, Jonathan, man. We just want to see you happy, man. Really? Yeah, we just want to see you happy, man. See you get a girlfriend, see you progress, maybe start a business, maybe go to university. And when I was young, I believed all this bullshit at the time. All right, let's see if that's true then. So obviously it took many years, right? When I finally got my shit together and stopped blaming everybody and took action. It was slow, started getting my confidence, got my confidence women, got a girlfriend. Didn't like it, started getting jealous. All the swarmy little remarks, all the comments, all the facial expressions, all of the real hatred and jealousy starts to show. Oh boy! Then when I started my business, I started doing events and making a lot of money, and I went above what I used to make, which was minimum wage. And then when I started doing talks and I started getting the fan base, I started getting more known and more famous, and I was just becoming an even more lovelier person. And of course, I was nice. I was even nicer to them, accommodating them with money, extra money, with encouragement, with emotional support, helping them to get a girlfriend when they couldn't do it. No one gave a fuck about them. Their own family didn't help them. I helped them because I'm a kind person. What do you get from it after? Swarmy little remarks. And then over time, I was like, I got to get these fuckers out of my life. Can't be around people like this. My dad warned me about people. They're going to betray. They're envious people. They're cowards. They're not genuine friends. So you realise that they were lying. They didn't want you to be happy. They wanted you to be average. They was to stay where you are. But over time, and these were the comments that I got at a certain point. Oh wow, you're doing really well. Ass kissing, all the fake, and then this is where it comes in. This is one of the best things a guy said years ago. Not a friend anymore, right? Wish him nothing but the best, but got him out of my life. You can't really succeed in your business because you don't have. What did he say? He says you don't have media exposure. You don't have the marketing, so you can't really succeed. And I said, and at the time I was with my girlfriend. And I knew he was wrong because what he was saying didn't make sense because I'd already succeeded. I'm sitting with him. I've got a beautiful girlfriend that I loved with all my heart. He didn't have a girlfriend. He's sitting there on his Todd and bitter and hates women. My girlfriend can see that, where he's at. And clients are coming in. My business is building. It's just that it hasn't gone to its full potential. But I was doing it. I was living it. But the jealousy, the hatred, and then the fear of me succeeding. Because he went uni. Listen, all the best if you went uni. I'm not jealous of anybody who went uni. But because he went uni and I didn't, and I'm doing better than you are financially, and I've got a beautiful girlfriend and you haven't, you want to attack me, who you call apparently your own friend, where I've been loyal to you the whole time for years. I've never betrayed you, and you're betraying me. Because that's really what it is when you're doing that. So you tell me that and I say, now you don't understand, you're wrong. I don't need media exposure because I've got self-belief, I've got a big pair of bollocks, I've got balls the size of King Kong, which you're lacking, and I've got a great woman behind me supporting me, and I'm willing to die every day. That's my commitment. I'm willing to die every day. You're not, you're a coward, you're scared. You're living in fear in every area. That's fine. But you can't admit that, and I'm not judging you for that, but don't try and not judge me, but don't try to attack me on my achievements because it makes you feel like a coward and a weak man, which is what you are and which is what you were. And then later on, come to me with a sob story. Later on, who helped you? You never had a woman in your life, and then you met a woman, and I was happy for you. Who helped you meet that woman? What did you say? Oh, thank you. I'm so thankful that you helped me to meet that woman because I never had a woman ever. Never had a woman in my life as a grown man. Who was happy for you? I was still happy for you, but you wasn't happy for me. That's why out of my life. So when I started going through these things growing up, guys, years ago when I was becoming successful, I learned a lot about people. I learned about who are real people, and there's not many. There's not many real people. That's why I don't have that many friends. I've got thousands of fans all around the world, and I am grateful for it. But and it's not because I can't, it's because I won't have fake people in my life. I don't want people like that around me. I don't want people that are around you because they want stuff, because they want to try and get stuff, or they want to try and harm you, stop you getting to where you're getting to, because it makes their sick psyche feel good. I won't have it. I won't do it. I've got strong personal boundaries. And I also won't stop being kind, because what these people try and do is they try and convert you to their way. They want you to be hateful and they want you to be horrible, and I won't do that. So within all the confusion, my message, and it continues, is how I live my life, is don't allow nasty, jealous bullies or people to make you like them. But at the same time, don't be a pushover. Don't let these people bully you. Stand up. So there is a balance. I think people don't realise that. A lot of people think, if I'm nice, then it will be taken for a weakness. And there's some truth in that. But you can be fair, but firm. Like the referee says, Joe Cortez. And I'm like that. That's how I'm fair but firm. If you cross my boundaries and you try and disrespect me and harm me, I'm going to come down on you like a ton of bricks. Don't care who you are. But if you're a gentleman, or if you're a nice person, nice woman, nice man, and you're genuine, I'm going to treat you the same. So, that's really the message. And I agree with Grant Cardone. He said a great thing. He said a lot of people, the reason why they're broke, not just financially, they're not successful, they're not happy. It's not just about money. It really isn't. That's just a small part. Because he said they're selfish people. All they ever think about is them. They never think about helping other people. And he's so right. And that's why I was victorious on my journey. And I continue to be, because despite my challenge, even when I was in a mental hospital, let me just tell you about a small thing of great character. I was in a mental hospital. I was in the worst place I could ever be in mentally, and being in there. And I didn't have much money, but the little bit of money that I did have, I went out and I bought myself some flapjacks and snacks. So obviously I know there was other guys in there. So I bought extra stuff. And I went up to a guy and gave him some food. I gave food to about 3 people. No one had to tell me to do that. I don't need to read a manual. And I don't have to, how to win friends and influence. I don't need all that bollocks. Because that's how the Lord raised it. That's how I am. But most people say, they wouldn't do that. They don't care. They wouldn't care if you're dead on the pavement. They got no heart. It's sad. It upsets me how people are. And they don't need to be. And that made me feel like a millionaire doing that. And that's a great thing, right? So for me, that's a champion's mentality, and that's a champion's character. So that's why I got to where I got to. Because despite all my issues, and I'm first to say it, I've always had issues, I've always had mental health problems, anxiety, but I've always had great character. I always have. As a young kid, and I'm not just saying it about myself. I know it's true in my own heart. School teachers said it, friends said it, my friends' parents said it. All my parents' friends loved me, trusted me. They always said they loved me because I was genuine. I'm still genuine, but most people today, they're not like that. They're just not. They're not genuine. And being genuine don't mean being perfect, but it's these little things that make a difference. So it's a cliche, but these people have to wake up, because if they don't, they're just going to keep themselves in darkness, and they're just going to keep putting pain on other people. And that's one of the most horriblest places to be, because you can be in a bad place, and we all reach those places, right? And that doesn't make us a bad person, but you don't need to be horrible to others. Like I said, when I was in a bad place, I was still kind. And that's why I probably believe I got help from kind people. And I've been thankful. See, I've got the awareness to be thankful for people that have helped me when I've been down. But people that are nasty and envious, they won't even say thank you. Some people can't even say thank you. I can't believe it, that some people can't even say yes, please, thank you today. I cannot believe it. Like, if someone buys you something, or if you go into a shop, you ain't even got good manners. I mean, if you ain't got good manners, how the fuck can you be successful in life? How can you be anything? So, it comes a point where these people got to stop feeling sorry for themselves and realise that we all go through stuff, but it doesn't give you a right to be like that. It really doesn't. And if they want to keep doing that, good luck. But I ain't going to tolerate their shit. I'm not scared of none of you. I ain't scared of none of you from what I've been through. I stand up to all this, stand up to any bullying, any of this kind of stuff. So a word of advice For those of you who want to go out and live your dreams, however that means to you, it means different things to different people. For some people, it's doing something like what Grant Cardone done, which is fantastic. Being an entrepreneur, a writer, and a speaker, and a businessman, and that's brilliant. Go and do that. And I know my teachings will help you. For some people, being successful is just making some good friends. You know, it's different for everyone, but it still has the same feeling. Go out and live your dreams. For some people, being successful is just getting a 9-to-5 job. Well, it's not just getting, and that can make them so happy if they're not employed. And I encourage you, all my teachings will give you the confidence to do that. For some people, it's to write a book. Some people, it's to travel. So it hasn't got to be specific. But today, with the level of intelligence that people are at, when you say, if you want to be successful, they get angry and hateful, and they immediately think, oh, to be a businessman, you know. And it's funny because usually the people that say, oh, Grant Cardone's greedy, or Johnny Berba's greedy, or Floyd Mayweather, he's this, he's that. These people have given more to charity than you could ever give. And they've done more, not just financially, just their time. They've helped a lot of people. I've done the same. I've done so many free events where I could have charged that were worth thousands of pounds because of the decency, because it's nice to be nice, you know, and do good things despite just doing it for yourself. And funny enough, when you're like this more often, you are doing things for yourself. You're loving yourself, and you're having a better relationship with yourself. But again, people today, they don't understand this. They're just I don't know, the wiring's a bit muddled up. But yeah, I got to speak about it. I've noticed it a lot, and like I said, of course I noticed it in the 90s, in the 2000s, but today it just feels toxic. It just feels like there's more of these people than there were back in the day. And you know, I'm sure you guys are going to leave your comments. We could make all kinds of assumptions. Maybe the internet's played a part, but I don't think it's an excuse, because I don't use that excuse. I don't go, well, the reason why I'm not kind to people, which I'm not, the reason why I'm envious and I'm bitter and I'm jealous is because of the internet. That's a poor excuse as far as I'm concerned. Because why am I kind despite having a YouTube channel and using social media? Why are thousands? So a positive note, despite me saying this, of course there's a lot of genuine kind people out there, but there's just fewer of them. And I would love to be proven wrong. I think many of us would. We want that to change. I want that to not be true. I want to be doing the next video saying, you know what, the world's becoming amazing. There's not that much haters anymore. There's not much hate with people. But it hasn't happened quite yet. But we're all hopeful that it will. So we don't realise sometimes how this affects everyone, and how you've got to overcome it. So what I'm learning of recent, how to overcome it is, and it's easier said than done, is to not let these people get to you. Of course, compassion is important, but at the same time, there is drawing the line between being compassionate, that person is obviously suffering and struggling, or else why would they treat people like that? But also at the same time, you know, having the boundaries to say, hey, you've got to pay the consequences if you keep doing that to people. You can't just get away with it. You know, it's like the kid at school that just kept going around bullying everyone and kicking them and spitting on them, taking their money and making their life a hell. And the teacher saying, oh, do you know what? We're not going to tell him off. We're not going to punish him because he's just a little bit overexcited. Oh, that's not good enough. Because if you do that and let him do that, a couple of those kids that he's just done that to, they're going to go and commit suicide in a couple of years' time because they won't be able to deal with the trauma. So we have to discipline him, show him right from wrong. And we have to come up as a society with a way that is appropriate to do that. There needs to be consequences. We can't allow him to do that. He needs to understand that. And by all means, he needs therapy, whatever he needs. So of course, man, as a man of faith, I try my hardest to pray for people that are like that. But it's just difficult sometimes. They do piss you off because it's horrible. So yeah, believe me, there are a lot of positives doing it. Like I feel really positive talking about it. And, you know, just speaking on what I've learned and the way I deal with it is, you got to not let them win. Because basically this is a battle between good and evil. If we can just get straight to the point, you can't let evil win. Evil is always going to try and bring down good. It's always going to try and stop it and punish it and hurt it. And you just got to keep fighting it. And one of the ways of fighting it is just continue being a good person and being kind and not being like that to other people, but also learning self-defense. I'm not just physically, mentally, so you can stand up to anybody who's trying to do this to you, treat this way, and not have it, not take it, which is the right of every citizen, and it definitely should be. So you realise that that's just the way they are. That you don't need to try and change them. You just got to keep going and just try and surround yourself with good people and keep doing good things, keep helping people, but just being aware. You have to keep a distance from these types of people. Because I remember going through a stage where you try and be a saint, you try and help them, but they just spit it back in your face. And there's many great teachers of wisdom who said that you can't save a drowning man who doesn't want saving, because he'll drown you, he'll take you down with him. And that's true. Because it's all right and well saying unconditional, but you can't. It's not possible sometimes if you're trying to help someone and make them see sense, and you're being kind and they're just being vicious towards you. What are you supposed to do? So, I don't have all the answers, but I have quite a lot of answers, and I've given it today. So for me, like I said, not lowering myself to that level, because if I'd have been the way that I was with some of the people that I grew up with, people that are not in my life anymore, I can't imagine the kind of person I would have turned out to today, how my life would have been terrible. But thank God I wasn't like that, and I chose not to be like that. So the strength of character, people don't realise that being a good person takes a lot of strength. Doesn't really take, being a nasty person doesn't take strength. It comes from a weak place. But being kind and being decent, even if your circumstances are difficult at the moment, which most of us circumstances are, things will get better for you, and you'll have a lot of good people. But yeah, it just comes with the territory. Mayweather's right. He said it. It's just part of the territory. If you're successful, people are going to hate you. You're going to have it. They're going to be jealous of you. And it's not even personal. They don't even know you. It's because you're successful. That's what they don't like. So it's not like, oh, why are they hating me? I'm a good person. They don't know that I'm kind. I would be nice. It's nothing to do with that. They hate what you achieved. What you achieved makes them feel envious and jealous, and it makes them feel more insecure. So they just hate you for it. They hated Mayweather because he was undefeated. They hated Tyson Fury because he kept winning. They didn't like it. Many people get discriminated against just because they're successful. But at the same time, you've got millions that love Floyd Mayweather. You've got millions of people that love Tyson Fury. And you've got millions of people that love Grant Cardone. And there's thousands. Well, I should say maybe with me there's 1 million. Probably is a million, bit more. But there's thousands of people that love me and like me. And there's many people that hate me, and I couldn't care about it. That's why I'm making the video. So it's either don't live your dreams because you're scared of the hate that's going to come and the jealousy, whether it comes in your family, friends, society, online. Don't do it. Be mediocre, which is your choice. I'm not knocking you. This is your choice, but then you're not happy. Or go, no, I don't care about that. I want to live my dreams. I can take that hate on. I can take those consequences. Or go and do that. Personally, if you ask me, I've already made the choice. My choice is to for the rest of the time on this earth, keep living my dreams. I've already lived my dreams. I achieved all my dreams by, I say 29. From around 29, 30, 31, I achieved my dreams. And now I'm at the second chapter in my later years. Appreciate the compliments from some of you that say I look even younger. So we could say my younger years, but numbers wise, I'm older, 38. I look younger now, more beautiful because of all the boxing, the dieting, and the determination. And because I treat people well, I'm kind. So it's better. I've done both. I've tried both. I've done the first one where you're a coward, where you don't go out and live your dreams because you're so frightened of people hurting you and betraying you and being jealous and hating you and making you suffer and making you that feel confrontational. I've done that. It's no way to live. It nearly put me in the ground. And I've done the second one where you go out, you face everything. Life's amazing. You get love, you make money, you help people, you have everything. You travel, you do all that. You eat nice food, you go to nice places. But it does come with some hatred. It's just part of the territory. So no one's going to hate you. No one's going to attack you and criticize you if you hide and you don't put yourself out there. I don't just mean on YouTube. I mean in general. Because you're not a threat to anyone, and people like you like that. That's what they want. That's what haters want. That's what bullies want. Why does a bully want to keep you down? To make himself feel big, because he feels small inside. But when you stand up to bullies, what happens? They can't hurt you anymore. or they can't hurt you as much. They can't stop you living your dreams. Can't take your freedom away. I'll leave it on that. I thought that today, personally, I thought my talk was beautiful. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was honourable. It was honest. It was a brilliant message to men and women, to old and young, of people of any background, to be a better person, live their dreams, and not let hate or jealous. And of course, a little bit of a wake-up call to not be like that yourself as well, because you've always got a choice. Obviously, as human beings, if we're all completely honest, we all feel jealousy from time to time. I'll just say that's healthy, that's fine. But there's a difference between feeling a little bit of jealousy, but having something wrong with you where you're toxic and you're so hateful that you hate everybody who does anything. That's not normal, it's not healthy. That's when you need to get help, you need to get some professional help, get it sorted out, stop being like that. When it comes up and you feel that, don't act on it. So you can feel what you're going to feel, but if you don't act on it and you choose to act kind, then you're a great person. But people that are a bit far gone, they can't seem to do that. There's a malfunction in them that when they feel jealous, they just spill it all out on people. Hate, anger, can't control themselves. So let's pray for those people, man. That's what you can do. Fearless.